found a herd of senior parents.
You know, we're just gonna hold it. We're just gonna hold it.
I have a herd of senior parents. They're gonna make their way out here.
Will you hold it on him? Help me hold it on him.
Hey, lean back, lean back.
Oh. Wow.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
What the heck?
Make sure you're getting all of them.
Big Bob! Big Bob! Big Bob!
Who's the chicken?
Get him, yeah.
I'm so burned up.
The chicken just shot him.
So, quite the group. In case you don't know, I'm Ella's dad. And I'm already wearing my inflatable costume. So we are the parents of seniors, and as such, it is written into our contract that we are to embarrass our children at every opportunity. Tonight, we're going to play our version of the game, Guess Who? Several of the senior parents submitted stories about their student and also volunteered to wear a costume as a disguise.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
You can
I'm
take
going to
all
share
the
these
space.
stories and these clues with you. Your job will be to guess which senior is being described according to what you hear. In order to maximize the embarrassment, once that senior is guessed, we ask that they come down to the south side and take a picture with their inflated parent.
Look how happy they
Got
look.
it?
Who is the
Let's
Grinch?
go.
I want to know.
Look at among us, look at among us.
All this senior ever wanted was a kitten. But the parents said no. This senior already has 3 dogs, a rabbit, 5 turtles, a pet snake, and several full-grown cats. One of which is a Siamese weighing in at 23 pounds.
Goodness.
This senior's dad offered to paint her a picture of a kitten instead. This senior's birthday is next week, and despite their parents' objections, they're still campaigning for a kitten. This senior might find a kitten anyway, and taking a cue from Mr. Borkert, hide it in their really long hair. Got a guess?
Leah!
That is correct.
Sound the bugle now. Tell them I don't care. There's not a road I know that leads to anywhere.
All right, next up. This senior's father was in need of a haircut and was looking for assistance at home. I need a haircut. Who can help me out? Says the dad. To which this child exuberantly claims, I can. The unsure father replies, you've never done this before. Are you sure you know what you're doing? The confident child says, sure. I've cut the hair on my goats, my sheep, and even my cattle. Dad agrees to give the child the opportunity, recommending, okay, let's use the half-inch blade. The child agrees, got it, Dad, begins to cut the hair as Dad observes in the mirror. Dad suddenly pipes up and says, what blade are you using? Dad looks at the razor. I said half an inch, not half a millimeter. Got a guess? Emily is correct. Come take your picture.
know who Among Us is. Garfield is just chilling.
I wouldn't know who Among Us is. They're dancing.
For many years, this senior called themselves Mr. Fuff because of their love of frogs, which they called Fuffs. When Mr. Fuff was 4 years old, they came to their mother and proclaimed, "Mommy, I'm old enough now. It's time I start doing things that mans do." Such man's things included setting off fireworks like smoke bombs so nobody gets hurt, mowing the grass, bringing Christmas trees out from the basement, and fixing beep cars. Anyone have a guess? Hey, you, mister, get that list out of here. Get that list out of here. No, give it to Mr. Lang, right there, Pastor Lang.
Oh my gosh. I don't know who it is.
This senior loves SpongeBob and knows each episode by heart. You are winners.
The frog guy.
There is something that I see in the way you look at me. There's a smile that's so true. But unexpectedly, on this unexpected day, could it be this is where we belong?
Over every day.
It is you I loved all.
On to the next. This senior plays many sports. Despite being involved in many sports, this senior found a new sport to love just this year. This senior's most enjoyable days are spent hunting and fishing. This senior got a four-wheeler stuck in Concordia City Lake and had to rely on others to be rescued. What's your guess?
Gray squirrel, squish your bushy tail.
Garfield is literally
Who?
just chilling.
Your mom is Baby Yoda?
It's Garfield because it's
Oh, yeah. With the mask on? Yeah.
This
Yeah.
senior sucked their thumb until they were 3 years old. But only when they had their blankie with them. When the blankie was placed out of reach by their parents, the thumb sucking finally ceased. One of this senior's favorite movie quotes is from the movie Tangled.
All right, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice. Here comes the smolder.
This senior is also able to perform with their dad the cup song from the movie Pitch Perfect. Do you have a guess? No. This senior was also a devoted listener of K-pop and dyed their hair blue. You are correct. All right. Let's keep moving. This senior absolutely adores everything about Christmas. everything Christmas all the time. Christmas carols in July, Christmas tree up year-round. As a younger person, when this senior would finally fall asleep, in 2.5 seconds, you never knew what they might be wearing. Might be swim goggles, might be a Spider-Man cape and one rubber boot on the wrong foot. One thing was always for sure, the shirt would be on backwards. Do we know? I feel like I need to see the rest. Okay, go ahead.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Your podcast being somebody.
How does he do that? Wait, how does he do this?
This senior went on a family trip to Seagrove Beach, Florida. Upon arrival, this senior's sisters could not wait to kick off their flip-flops and fly to the sandy beach. This little senior wasn't so sure about that sand. Once their tiny feet touched the sand, back they leapt into their mom's arms. Mom sat them down on a towel with a shovel and a bucket. The sisters brought seashells and a starfish for the bucket. And even though this senior would not touch the sand again, they had the best time with their family, soaking in the sun and watching the waves while playing with seashells and starfish firmly on their towel. Do we have a guess?
Tatiana!
You are correct. Until this senior was 7 years old, they would tiptoe into their parents' bedroom and stand peering at their mom's face. Every night. Every single night.
Is that Eden?
After whispering, the mom would wake with a fright. After the episode, the senior would crawl into bed between their parents every single night. When pressed about why they whispered, the senior says, "Because I didn't want to wake my parents up." Do you have a guess?
Eden!
You are correct.
The last year's was longer than this. I want to know who's Garfield, please. Who is Garfield? I'm obsessed with this person.
This senior had a discipline write-up in kindergarten. And when asked why, they responded, "No, I just couldn't stop spinning." Also, while visiting New York City's Central Park, this senior took only 15 minutes to make 10 best friends. This senior has more nicknames than most, but will remain their parents' favorite Indiana Jones and Buzz Lightyear. And throughout this senior's life, it is a regular event for random people to approach and ask, "Can I touch your hair?" Do you have a guess?
Your mom and Ken.
All right, moving right along. This senior has made a career of saying cute things. To their older brother, this senior said, "How do you think you are, the king of Israel? You're not even the king of Missouri. At nighttime prayer, this future church worker sweetly said, "Please be with all of the people being robbered right now." At midnight, one New Year's Eve, this senior asked their father, when do I get my presents? To which Dad replied, "Well, there aren't any." The senior indignantly replied, "Then why am I wearing this party hat?" Do you have a guess? Heidi is correct. She has a parent dressed as a Chicka-Pow-Pow baby.
Dog goes woo, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes crow, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks and quack.
As with most of you sitting in the stands, if not all of you, this senior's first love was Mom. Their second love was Gilbert the bear. At 3 years old, this senior and Gilbert were identical in size. This did not discourage the senior. Gilbert accompanied the senior on all excursions. After Gilbert found a home next to the senior's bed, a new sidekick named Tiny the Frog was enlisted. Tiny was really tiny, barely a handful for a 5-year-old. Soon, Tiny was joined by equally small frog friends, Valentine and Mickey Valentine, a whole frog family in the fist of a 5-year-old. A couple of years later, after the frog family joined Gilbert beside the bed, Puffy Fluffy the orange cat and Captain Flippers the penguin were the faithful companions. If you're lucky enough, you've seen one or all of these friends, because this senior's heart for their friends has always been big, even bigger than their brains. This senior also loves lasagna and cats and knows an impressive amount of Beatles trivia for Gen Z.
Oh, Tim.
Who is it?
Beatles
Yeah, Tim! Yeah, Tim!
That contribution is still there.
Mr. President!
That's my president!
President Pesty!
Loyal, faithful, caring, sarcastic, creative, athletic, dramatic, and sincere are just a few words that describe this senior. Whether singing about a jump-up adventure or dancing to the song in their head, this senior has always had a flair for the dramatic. On the court or in the classroom, behind the scenes or in the spotlight, this senior does their best to always shine for Jesus. From St. Louis to Texas to Tennessee and then back to Missouri, this senior is dearly loved by their parents. And this senior is Naomi! Correct.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
This senior started their early years as a climber. If they wanted an out-of-reach item, they'd figure out how to get it. Climbing out of their baby crib, no challenge. Easter baskets on top of the piano, got it. Adult candy inside the kitchen cabinet? This senior asked if they could have a bite, but Mom always said it was not for children. This candy looked so good, candy unlike anything the senior had seen. The wrapper was emblazoned with the letters T-U-M-S. Unbeknownst to this mom, the senior climbed the counter, found the candy, and sampled a piece. It was delicious. The senior tried another, and then another, and in an instant, the entire roll of Tums were gone. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, this senior, she'd be fine, but she might not want to leave the house for a couple of days. The senior had a bug named Birdie and is known for her absent-minded comments. I heard a guess. It's
Got my driver's license, just like we always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around.
Not driving.
This senior was born with a full head of dark hair. At the age of 2.5, this senior dressed for Halloween as the cutest Dalmatian puppy ever. When this senior was 3, they sang happy birthday and God's blessings to themselves.
Oh my gosh, it's cute.
Finishing with a blast from the
I've
Whoopee
ever heard in
Cushion.
my life.
At age 4, this senior was paged for St. Paul homecoming and predicted they would become either a football player or a rock star. At age 6, this senior shot their first turkey. After Dad and Brother's excitement and joy had subsided, they turned around to realize this senior had fallen backwards in the chair from the gun blast. This senior used to be terrified of the Grinch, but now wears a Grinch onesie.
Yeah.
This senior started kindergarten with a broken arm and now has a broken thumb as a senior. This senior is... Alrighty, when this senior was little, they loved Build-A-Bear and Silver Dollar City. One trip to Silver Dollar City, this senior convinced their dad to take them to Bears in the Holler. The senior spent plenty of time picking out the bear, stuffing the bear with care, and then selecting a heart for the bear. The employee gave the senior the instructions on what to do with that heart. First, you rub it between your hand and make it warm. Then close your eyes and make a wish. Give the heart a kiss and put the heart inside the bear. As the employee was stitching up the carefully chosen bear, they asked this little senior what they had wished for, and the senior's reply, that my bear was done already. Do we have a guess?
Reagan!
You are correct. This senior was kicked out of their first high school at the tender age of 3. After the conclusion of their older brother's basketball game, this senior was standing next to their parents as they visited with the other parents. These conversations were taking forever. This senior noticed that on the wall next to them was a shiny red handle. It was so pretty. This senior decided to see what the handle would do and reached to grab it. The alarm was so loud. The school's principal immediately came running and yelling at the parents. While this senior's dad stayed to chat with the principal, Mom quickly escorted the senior and their siblings out of the building. Rushing through the parking lot, this senior picked up a rock and threw it in frustration. Much to Mom's further embarrassment, the path of the rock led it under another person's car and triggered its alarm. After Mom had the kids loaded and buckled in the car, Dad climbed in and shared that the principal had said they were not allowed to ever return. Do we have a guess? Correct.
I forgot about that.
Driver's license. I have
This senior was born with many wonderful gifts. The most noticeable among them were their long, dark eyelashes, quite similar to the eyelashes of SpongeBob. This senior quickly learned how to bat those eyelashes at the women admiring him. The cashiers at the grocery store were particularly fond of the senior's eyelashes. While at the lake, this senior's cousins taught them to say, "Hey, ladies," as the eyelashes were batted in their direction. Do we have a guess?
Daniel!
That is correct.
I can't hear you!
Oh!
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent in yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish, drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
I'm surprised the batteries are lasting this long. This kind-hearted senior is also fierce and has a These attributes are reflected in many situations. Whether you're thinking of the long-ago Smack Cam incident, or the most recent exhibition simply referred to as Loofah Rage, this senior, for whatever reason, has a particular fascination with roosters. The bigger, the better. This senior's fierce and fiery passion can be witnessed on this very field, and they hope to one day be a starring player for the Fighting V's. Got a guess? Okay.
Wait, don't you go there to play?
It was when my brother was in high school. Older brother.
This lovable little senior enjoys a night having dinner on the town, especially if that night out was at Red Lobster. Being the favorite restaurant, this senior, at only 3 years old, marched up to the signature lobster tank in the entry and declared, "I'm gonna eat your friend." This senior's been calling the shots ever since. This senior once dressed as a robot, doubling as their own life-size Valentine box. This senior has fewer bumpers on their car than they do basketballs. Any guesses? That is correct.
It's always greener in somebody else's name. You dream about going up there, but that is a mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea. Under the sea.
This senior has always had an interesting view of the 5 basic senses. This senior enjoyed tasting dead crickets as well as mushrooms discovered in the landscape. This senior is resistant to touching. Stay out of their no-no square. This senior struggles with sight lines, to which her brother's truck and a certain Rudolph can bear witness. At home, this senior purposely uses the wooden window bench to amplify their morning farts for all the You will most certainly have noticed this senior's sense of smell. This senior's nose can be found smelling their hair, sniffing their mom, their siblings, their dog, their pillow, or their shirt. Any guesses? So I had to do her last because there were bets in our family whether I'd actually be able to make it through it. And I did. Thank you guys so much. We've loved watching you grow up, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Yeah!